Welcome back to Goodnight Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy, and I'm here to read you another story. And I have another Groundhog Day story because Groundhog Day is coming, and we want to be ready and all read up. And this is a fun one because it has two groundhogs in it. This one is called Double Trouble Groundhog Day. Double Trouble Groundhog Day. This is about a set of groundhog twins that both want to be the groundhog that goes out to look for his shadow. I wonder what would happen. A lot of times when you have twins, they want to do the same thing, and sometimes only one of them can, but sometimes they both can. I wonder what will happen with these twins in this book. Well, we're going to have to get inside and find out what happens on Groundhog Day with the twins in Double Trouble Groundhog Day. Are you ready to get inside this book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up because here we go. Double Trouble Groundhog Day, written by Bethany Roberts, illustrated by Lorinda Bryan Cawley. One fall evening on Weathervane Mountain, the groundhog family gathered in their barrow. They were enjoying one final filling feast before their long winter nap. The twins, Gregory and Greta, squabbled over the last piece of pumpkin pie. "I got it," says Gregory. "I got it first," cried Greta. Gregory poked Greta. Greta bumped Gregory. Gregory tweaked Greta's tail. Greta pulled Gregory's ear. "Twins," said Dad Groundhog, shaking his head. "Double trouble," said Granny Groundhog with a smile. Uh-oh, the twins are arguing, and Granny calls them double trouble. "Late breaking news, late breaking news." Grandpa Groundhog stood up and clinked his glass. "There's a change in the wind," he announced. "And you know every year on the second day of February, I pop out of the ground. If I see my shadow, there will be 6 more weeks of winter. If I don't see my shadow, we'll spring into spring." Gregory stopped poking Greta to listen. Greta stopped bumping Gregory to listen. "But I am getting old and a bit under the weather," said Grampy. "So I'm turning our family forecasting job over to one of the youngins." Grandpa's going to stop being the groundhog on February 2nd, and he wants one of the twins to do it. The twins jumped up and down. "I'll do it," cried Gregory. "No, I want to do it," cried Greta. "Me," said Gregory. Me, cried Greta. "We will draw straws," said Granny Groundhog. "The one with the longer straw gets the job." Gregory pushed his glasses back on his nose. "I'll be in all the newspapers," he said. "I'll be on TV," Greta said. She danced a happy star dance all around the room. "Greta, you pick," said Grampy. Greta stopped dancing, squeezed her eyes tight, and wished. Then she picked a straw. Who's going to get the longer straw? "I get the job," crowed Gregory. "I'll be famous." He looked at himself in the mirror. "Gregory the Great." "Gregory the Gross," said Greta. "Poor loser," said Gregory. Uh-oh, Gregory got the longer straw. He's going to be the new groundhog. Greta stuck out her tongue. Gregory chased Greta with a pillow. "Twins," said Mom Groundhog, shaking her head. "Double trouble," said Grampy with a wink. "Time for bed," said Dad Groundhog. "The world is counting on you, Gregory." "You betcha," said Gregory, brushing his teeth. "Gregory the Great, world-famous forecaster preparing for bread." Greta rolled her eyes. Gregory set his alarm clock for February 2nd. Soon everyone was sound asleep, except Gregory. "Let's see," he thought. "If I see my shadow, I say, spring will come soon." No. That's if I don't see my shadow. If I don't see my shadow, I say, it will be winter for 6 more weeks. No, that's if I see my shadow. Gregory drifted off to sleep. Uh-oh, he's nervous about his new job. In his dreams, weather maps swirled, umbrellas had teeth, and giant mittens chased him. Still sleeping, Gregory slowly got out of bed and popped out of the hole. He stood on a stump and waved his eyeglasses. 6 more shadows, he shouted. Winter and springtime soon. Oh no, he's very confused. Then he crawled back under his warm quilt and fell into a deep sleep for the rest of the winter. Bring, bring, the alarm clock rang. Greta woke up. It was February 2nd. But Gregory was still sound asleep. Gregory, wake up, cried Greta. You have to forecast the weather. Gregory moaned. I'm so tired. Greta danced a wake-up dance around the room. Gregory plopped his pillow over his eyes. Greta tickled him. Gregory pulled the covers over his head. Greta blew a trumpet. Toot-toot-toot-toot, toot-toot-toot-toot. Gregory mumbled. If you don't get up, said Greta, how will farmers know when to plant crops? How will fathers know if they need fishing rods or fireplace logs? How will mothers know if they should pack picnics or bake bread? And how will children know if they need umbrellas and kites or sleds and mittens? Umbrellas with teeth, Gregory mumbled. Giant mittens. Umbrellas don't have teeth and mittens are small, said Greta. You must have had a bad dream. Are you getting stage fright? I'm a little nervous, admitted Gregory from under the covers. He is afraid to do his job. Gregory rolled over and opened one eye. Then he opened the other eye. Everything was blurry. Where are my glasses? He asked. Where did you put them? Asked Greta. I don't know. All I can remember is something about shadows, said Gregory. They looked under the quilt. They looked inside the dresser. They looked in his slippers. They looked everywhere, but Gregory's glasses could not be found. This gets worse and worse, moaned Gregory. How can I see my shadow if I can't see my own paw in front of my face? I'll help you, said Greta. Hurry, the world is waiting. Greta grabbed Gregory, and together they scrambled out of the hole. Lights flashed. Cameras whirled. Reporters scribbled. Am I seeing double? Asked Mayor Marva Moose. Hey, there are 2 groundhogs, cried the TV crew. So what's your prediction? Asked reporter Jack Rabbit. Tell us, shouted the crowd. Both Greta and Gregory are outside, and everybody wants to know what the forecast is. There is no shadow, Greta whispered into Gregory's ear. Gregory's knees shook. He took a deep breath. There is no shadow, he squeaked. Spring will come soon, added Greta. Spring, hooray, shouted the reporters. Spring, hooray, shouted the crowd. And here are your glasses, right on this stump. You must have been sleepwalking, said Greta. They work together and everybody's happy. Everyone waved groundhog banners. They held groundhog balloons. They began to play the groundhog stomp. Everyone danced and sang. Later that day, the twins went to the newsstand, the Groundhog Gazette. Headlines read, No trouble, and that's double. But I'd have been in trouble without your help, said Gregory. We make a great team. You betcha, said Greta, hugging him. Gregory waved the newspaper. I'll show this to Grampy, he said. No, I will, cried Greta. I will. Greta tweaked Gregory's tail. Gregory pulled Greta's ear. Greta chased Gregory down the hill, around a bush, and into the barrow. By thunder, said Grampy, squinting at the paper. You 2 young'uns sure are fine forecasters. Not a shadow of a doubt. Gregory pushed his glasses back on his nose. I can't wait till we do it again next year, he said. We? Asked Greta. Of course, said Gregory. Greta grinned. Make that double. Well, that was a good book. I really like the way that turned out. The twins both wanted to take Grandpa's place to go find the shadow, but they found out that working together made it better. I love the way that they supported each other, the way Sister encouraged her brother when he was afraid to get out, and the way they worked together to tell everybody that there was going to be an early spring, which is always a fun thing to find out. I like this book. I like how they got along, and it made me happy that we're getting ready for Groundhog Day with the twins. This was a really fun book. I'm really liking all these Groundhog Day books. I don't know how many more we have, but we're going to keep reading to Groundhog's Day, so I hope you'll keep coming back. But for tonight, I need you to get under your covers like a little groundhog in the wintertime, get cuddled up, curled up, ready for a good night's sleep. Give Mom and Dad lots of hugs and kisses, and I don't want you causing any double trouble tomorrow when you're outside playing or when you're running around the house. This is what I want you to do. Obey, and obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy. I'm going to be sitting right here waiting to read a book to you. Bye! Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.